Guys, I picked up a 1/14 scale buggy right here off of Amazon. So, it's neat. I've done vehicles like this before, but it's always been like the monster trucks. I wanted to try a buggy this time. So I got this. This right here, I'm going to show you. It's got a lot of carbon on this thing. Like race carbon. Yeah, 2S, 3S capable, ready to run. Let's get to the table. I got to show you guys this thing. It's pretty darn neat. Let's get to that table. Before I pop the top and show you guys something pretty darn awesome in my opinion, I want to show you guys everything it comes with. Look at all the spare parts and pieces. Spare parts for these sometimes can be a major pain to get, let me tell you. Now, it actually has 12mm wheel hexes. Metal ones here, plastic ones as spares. And these decoration pieces, I guess they got to match the body, right? But 4 suspension arms, hinge pin bolts, new little hinge pin bushings, axles, a front one and a rear one, the good old 4-way wrench, Phillips head screwdriver, and this right here. This is something that you can put on the front. You take the little bumper off right there. Put this on. So if you're kind of driving this inside or you want to have a little bit of a bumper cushion, this right here can get the job done. Now, you've got these little pieces right here that pop into here. And when you put both of them in it, they're taller than the shock tower, so I have to assume if you flip it over, this is meant to take the hit off of the shock tower. Now, let's get into the car itself. I mean, look at this. That motor is actually in relation to the whole vehicle. You know, size-wise and all that. It's actually pretty darn big in my opinion. Now, the receiver and ESC, it's all in one. Notice the steering servo. It's like a micro size servo, but it's a 3-wire with a plug on it, which means we can change that out and we can modify it pretty easy with the stock system, if the stock system is adequate. Now, I'm kind of thinking Micro X would probably be really awesome in this, but I got to drive it like it sits. Now, the shocks actually have oil in them, so that was a nice thing. Let's look at the carbon. Okay, carbon shock towers. The front hinge pin braces are carbon, front and back, okay? So look at all the carbon. This kind of blows my mind that you get all the carbon in this. Look at that chassis, guys. Full carbon chassis. Now, it has like a little up kick right here, which is pretty normal, but the rear has it as well. They made up for it with the hinge pin braces. If I can show you guys that right there. So they made up for it with that to kind of get the geometries back correct. But let's see, it's got adjustable tie rods all the way around. It comes with a 2S. It comes with its own charger. This thing right here actually looks like it's going to run pretty darn good. And we're about to find out. I do got to show you guys the book, which is pretty darn. You got, all right, I want to go ahead and get into this. All right, you get into this, you got full exploded views. You've got all kinds of breakdown of everything. Look at all that, the shocks, everything, part numbers. You've got, let me get into this thing. I'm kind of messing up right here, but you guys got to see all this. Yep, look right here. You can actually see what size ball bearings are here. So yeah, this is pretty darn neat. The drive line, everything is set up, and the radio. I had to put my little thumb drive thingy on there because it's not very ergonomic for my one-handed driving. So that'll allow me to do what I got to do here. But standard trim, servo reversing. I mean, heck, I think it's going to be just fine. But what's this going to end up being? I don't know. We got to take it for a drive, see what it's got. You guys know it has a wheelie bar on it, and it is 3S capable. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys. Even the bell crank, the tie bar is carbon. Okay, power this thing up and get it outside. I've run my mouth way too much. Let's go. Now, a grass field, this isn't really big enough for a grass field, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's see what it's got for speed. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely struggling in the grass, but it's moving on out. Let's see what we got. Oh wow, look at this. This thing just got 29.4 miles per hour in a grass field. Dude, that's awesome for such a little vehicle. Now the 29.4 is still on there. I'm curious if we can. Hey guys, this thing runs. Oh, let's check this out. 34.7. Yeah. Okay, I like it. We're gonna now see if this thing can fly. I mean, this this little guy can go for 35 miles per hour. I mean, this isn't asphalt. I'm sure on asphalt it would actually, heck, it might get closer to 40 on asphalt. I mean, this isn't exactly, you know, super traction. I would like to see a steering gyro on it. Would help bad drivers like me. Where do we go? I know I'm stuck. No! Oh, well. Haha, got out of it. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see if it's got enough to clear this. Let's see if I can hold it straight. Yes, it does have enough. I just got to hold it straight. It actually has enough to clear that. Oh, let's see if I can get this. Ah, close enough. Well, there we got a crash. The steering is kind of leaves a lot of nothingness right in the middle, and then you get it to turn and then it goes too far. Yeah, I want to put the GT5 in this thing. Steering would be a lot better. I have a little bit of gyro. There we go. Got it. Let's go ahead and try this again. Look at that. This is a very surprisingly awesome little car. 35 miles per hour, roughly 35 miles per hour. Probably a little bit faster on like real asphalt where it can actually get some grip. The only thing I've got to possibly complain about is the steering. And the steering right there as you're turning it or turning it one-handed, whatever, the middle kind of seems to have a little bit of a lull, and then it seems to go a little bit farther than what you want. And without having a gyro or something in this, it's so peppy, per se. I mean, the motor is huge, in my opinion, for the vehicle, and it's so peppy, it's kind of hard to hold straight. So what I do want to do on this is to try to fit another ESC. I may have another little brushless ESC that might fit. I mean, there might be enough room underneath there for something like a Mamba X. That would be huge in here, but it would be awesome too. And then put a GT5 radio on it. That would give me the steering control that I'm after, the throttle control. I mean, this thing right here is good for 2 and 3S as it sits. So even if I were to change ESCs, change radios, or even change the servo out, which is totally doable on this thing, you'd still have the same speed if I go do a speed test. 2 and 3S, it's capable. this thing is awesome. I need to go find it. I've got some little bitty sand paddles that I've had for years. Like a little 110 two-wheel drive buggy. May actually fit this thing. I'll have to find out. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? There is no center differential on this thing, so that would be awesome. We'd really test out those rear axles with that, wouldn't we? Anyway, I thought the vehicle run great. The steering is the only possible issue, but other than that, hey, I like it. I thought it did better than what I expected. It really did. In that description now, I'm going to link this guy down below, and hopefully you guys will, if you want to check it out, by all means, go for it. I think it's pretty neat. Check that description. Use those links. Hit that subscribe and ring that bell. Guys, thank you all for watching. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see, also for channel memberships. If you guys want to be a part, channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.